Guilty pleasure songs? No, 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 no. That's not how we feel about it. And this is Russ and Lauren from the Infectious Groove Music channel. I did a video a long time ago on the channel about 5 songs that people, I guess, think are guilty pleasures that I don't. And it's funny because Lauren's going to share some more today. And we both hit on the same artist with different songs in both of our lists, which is kind of funny. But before we even get into the rest of this video, I just don't think that there's such a thing as a guilty pleasure. Like
Nope.
You either like these songs or not, and I don't see how you can feel guilty about it.
There's nothing to feel guilty about, like guilty pleasure.
Like with art, I just don't get it with art. You know what I mean? Like I understand that, like food or whatnot. I get the term being used and other things, but with art, like you either like it or you don't. And furthermore, I guess this is the PSA of the video. Like if you know people who make you feel guilty about the music that you like, then don't know those people anymore. Like the more you know. You know?
Oh, insert GIF here.
Yeah, I just, you know. So having said that, here's 5 songs that like, and I don't even like all these songs personally, but I would never guilt you for liking them. But I think the first one right off the bat is probably the most recent example of a song where I would imagine there are many people who roll their windows up and then turn the volume up on this song.
Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen. It's so good, and I don't feel bad about it. It's like the perfect pop song.
Yeah. This is one that I was thinking I don't even love this song, but I would never guilt somebody else for liking it. Like it's a great pop song.
Yeah.
Like I don't like it all that much, but not because like, you know, somebody else told me not to. It just doesn't resonate with me much, right? But like everyone else on earth, if anyone's feeling this song, and I don't know how you couldn't, like even me, like I say, I don't even love the song, but you get it stuck in your head easily. I couldn't see why you wouldn't just love that song.
Yeah.
Another one that goes way back, and this is probably one of the first songs I remember as a kid, someone telling somebody else like, like a hipster saying to someone else as a kid, that's not real music, and no, but it is though.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. The last #1 hit of the 1970s, Escape, the Pina Colada song by Rupert Holmes. Yeah, it's so funny. And I like funny music. And it's just so clever. Like, don't take this song seriously, but seriously enjoy it.
So this is one of those songs, too, that I think that if you look into the lyrics of this song, it's like way more serious than most people think that it is. Yeah. Like there's a lot more going on in this song. Like if you can get over, and I really feel like sometimes quote unquote guilty pleasures come from popularity. Like people are just like, oh, I'm just so irritated, that everyone loves that song. Well, wouldn't it be great if we all agreed on more, but this song, I think a lot of people skipped over the lyrics.
Oh yeah,
when it came out.
The fact that it's, subtitled the Pina Colada song. Fun fact, it was originally, if you like Humphrey Bogart and Getting Caught in the Rain, which do you think it would have been? No.
The next one that you have on the list is one that I literally saw this artist in concert like 3 nights before I saw Guns N' Roses in concert. And first of all, I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that was at both of those shows.
Probably.
Including like the road crews and stuff, like the local crews, like the light, they probably didn't even sign the same light guys for both shows, But this is one that when it came out, like my friends who were all listening to GNR or Pearl Jam or whatever at the time, we're like, oh, you can't play that with us in the car. Well, then get out of the car.
Get out of the car. Yeah. Baby Baby by Amy Grant. Like, come on. This song instantly puts a smile on my face.
It's a great song. Like, it really is. The only issue I could see somebody having with Amy Grant is if for whatever reason you disagreed with like her personal beliefs or whatever. And at the time she was known as a gospel singer and this was her pop record. Like, I could see at least having a moral stand ground, but like musically, you just gotta love that song. It's such a bouncy, fun, great song.
Yeah, it's so
and
good.
No one's ever accused Amy Grant of being like the greatest singer ever, but you don't have to be when you're doing that type of pop.
Right, exactly. It's the package of the thing.
Could Whitney have sang this better? Of course. Whitney could sing the phone book better than you. But like that's not needed on this song.
Right.
Now the next one is an artist who I had on my list, and even on that list, in a video about how you shouldn't have guilty pleasures, people still came into the comments on the video and crapped all over the song.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy. And the song I picked by this artist was Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. And I feel like the one you've picked is either as much or more of what people would call a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, We Built This City by Starship. And full disclosure, I was one of those people at one point because,
I think, well, and again, I'm coming off real self-righteous in this video. I call myself a recovering music snob. Like, I used to be that guy too, but like, don't like learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
And but so when you finally opened the door to We Built This City and learned to enjoy it, what happened?
It's great, first of all. I mean, like, you get past the fact that, a mamba is a snake and not a dance.
There's so much
wrong, but there's so much right. It's great, and Bernie Taupin wrote the lyrics.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
So, and I always love dropping that on people when they get all, all self. I'm like, okay, well, do you don't let the sun go down on me? Yeah. Okay. Well, guess what?
Same guy.
You're soaking in it. Like same, you know what I mean? Same dude who wrote that. Speaking of lyrics that are gibberish, and are probably a big problem for some people, but a song that I think is undeniably fun and no one should ever feel guilty about listening to.
Sussudio by one Phil Collins. And what's so fun about this for me is that, Phil Collins being a drummer, he's putting this together, and Sussudio just rhythmically fit with what he wanted.
Right.
And he couldn't find real words that made him feel the same way about it. So just art being art. He was like, well, coining a term now, Sussudio.
Well, we recently did a video on visiting the Motown Museum, and there's a part in that where during the tour where Smokey Robinson talks about how sometimes it's more about the feeling than it is, and the Miracles had a very big hit with a song that didn't even have any sort of lyric to it. The lonely, and like you think maybe he's saying lonely, lonely life, but he's not. It's a lot of D's and Da's and whatever. At least Phil made a word out of it.
Yeah.
But the thing with this song is I think that at the time, you probably had a lot of people coming from either Peter Gabriel era Genesis, or when Genesis was still artsy under Phil, probably were like, oh, come on, now that's full pop. But me personally, I just think I've grown to understand that there's room for everything. Like you can have artsy Phil and poppy Phil in the same world.
Yeah.
And I feel like Easy Lover goes into this category too. I feel a lot of people get pretty self-righteous about Easy Lover, and you just shouldn't. It's a great song. So those are 5 songs. We're going to put guilty pleasure in the thumbnail, and it's going to be, in the title of the video, but please don't have guilty pleasures. Please don't let anyone shame you into not loving the things that you love. But please do share with us in the comments songs that you feel qualify for this, like maybe songs that you would turn down at a traffic light, or you previous to learning in this video that you shouldn't do that. Songs you might act like you don't like in front of other people or whatever else. And we'll all have a support group in the comments and encourage each other to like all those songs that maybe people think they can shame you about. So leave those in the comments below for us. If you would, please drop a like on the video. That's what helps the channel grow. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.